Hello, you guys. This is One Piece King here today. I tried making a video the last time or something, or I don't know if I was like I know I was trying to do the game review the last time, and I did a video before, but you know interruptions happened and everything, and plus I couldn't upload anyway because don't really know why. Um, so basically though, I'm gonna try to redo the game review or something because. Gonna see if I can try to upload this one and everything. Not gonna make it too long because I guess that's what it doesn't want me to do. Uh, uh, I'll probably be more in detail with it and everything like later on. But here we go. So with the game in general, um, with the game in general, it is with the game in general, it's good. It's a good game and everything. Story is great, even though some things are a bit off, but I mean it's fine though. The fighting mechanics of Pirate Warriors 4 is great. I love it how you can jump now and everything. Some characters that it's only characters that have the sky, the sky type can fly. An example of that would be Sanji's Skywalk and everything. Like Sanji could fly into Skywalk. The Germas all have the like basically the rocket shoes or something, the rocket boots, and they can all like just fly themselves up in the air. Um, like I mean, I wouldn't say Okainu and Aokiji because I don't think they can fly at all. I mean, they should be able to because I'm not saying all Logias can fly, but Akainu has been showing that, like he can make himself like float up in the air and fly. Aokiji, we haven't really, seen him like float up in the air or something. Like we haven't seen him just like, just float in the air. We've seen him like in the air before, but never like, yeah, we never seen him like, just fly up in the air. Kizaru can definitely fly, and Marco most definitely can fly. Even though it was confirmed like way back before the game's release that Marco was gonna be in the game, he was gonna be a sky type, and I even looked at a little bit of gameplay and everything, but I'll do gameplay like later on and stuff. And I'll be basically doing a post on my Instagram, which by the way. I did have to go and get me like a new account created because my last one somehow got hacked or something, so I basically had to go and make a new one and stuff. But most definitely, I am gonna go and like basically put all the characters and everything on Pirate Warriors 4 in there, like how I feel about each of the characters and their dynamics and stuff on there. Um, but it's just like when I played with a few of the characters and everything, it's like it's not bad, like it's good, but I feel like they were missing a few things like what they could have done. And again, I'll probably make that into a different video or something discussing about like what they could do with the characters and stuff. Um, but overall though, it's great and everything. I looked at the maps and the maps have details on them and everything. It's really great. I mean, I'm not saying Pirate Warriors 3 really didn't have detail with it, but whenever you go through maps and everything, it seems more like, it's just like it has nice detail and everything, but it feels more like whenever you go and walk around and everything, it feels like you're like in the small like square and everything, like you're in the square, size of a map and you're just running around and everything. You're stuck. And Pirate Warriors 4, it makes it seem like you're not just in the square. No, you can even move up different levels and everything. Like you can for example, you can even climb up stairs. Move to different levels and everything. Like it's not so it's not so just so small and everything. Because in Pirate Warriors 3, like I'm saying, you couldn't really do that and everything because everything seemed like it was so basically the same and you were stuck there. But and like in the fourth one, like you're not, you're not really so stuck. You're more like, hey, everything seems to be, working out fine. That we have all these different levels and everything. Um, they made like they like each level that you get to do, they added detail with every single one. I did want to find Easter eggs in there. I wanted to find Easter eggs in there from the set, like, from, the One Piece series in that game. I did want to find Easter eggs in there. I found a few. Yeah, I did find a few and everything. I found, I was playing on the Whole Cake Island map. Of course, the prison library's in there. It's one of the missions and everything. Whether if you play as Jinbei or Brook, you do find the prison library in there. And on the book, it did even have Luffy and Nami's name, like their names on the book and everything. It did. So I found that pretty interesting that it had their names right there. I tried looking for like the secret treasure room or something that had the poneglyph that Brook was supposed to go after, but I like I said, I tried looking around and I couldn't find it. Like I couldn't even find a secret room, like some kind of secret, button or something that would need to be like pressed or, like hitting something in order to unlock a secret passage. You run through it and everything, and then bam, you get to find the secret room and stuff. Couldn't find anything like that, so I found it completely, like they probably should have added that in there as like a little Easter egg or something. I would have been like, oh, ho. It's like, well, what about that? Like that's pretty great. Um, you know, but I did love that, with some things and stuff, they really tried to add like adapt it to the story. Example would be like with Dressrosa. They with Dressrosa and everything, Pika. Like Pika's a new character, he's not playable, and I kinda really wish he was because from the way how it looks and everything, Pika could have actually been like a playable character. Like he's already tall as he is and everything. He's a pretty tall dude. But Pika though, it's like I imagine if he was to be a playable character, he would probably have an awakening or two, like two form changes. The first form change would be him in like his giant stone, assimilation man form. Like he'd be in the giant stone form. Because that's definitely what was in the game, and I was like, oh, it's like that thing is huge. Like that's even huger than like I don't know if it was the same size as Kaido and Big Mom or if it was bigger than them. But if it was bigger than them, that already tells me like, oh, it's like that thing is so huge. Which actually is very surprising that it is. Like I'll probably give that a test later on and everything, like during the week when I play the game. Um, yeah, it's just Pika, you know, Pika was something else and everything. And like everyone had to go like yeah. Your mission was to take out Pika, but whenever I first faced him in the story, Pika, like I said, was like this giant freaking dude. Alright? Like he was like really giant to the point where you can even like climb on top of him and everything. Like he goes to throw a punch and everything or something. Or if you knock him down and everything, like he gets all dizzy and tired, cause they got like a shield or something, and if you knock down the shield, they kind of get tired themselves out and everything. They kind of get like they fall. Pika, whenever that happened with him, he fell. I got to climb on top of him and I got to be on top of his back, and I kind of just, kind of was starting to like do combos and stuff. Um, and I found that pretty interesting. I'm like, huh, you get to actually be like climbing on top of him. That's pretty neat, you know. I mean, I found it pretty cool and stuff, but I really wish what they would have done though, like, it would have been like part of that fight would have been like, yeah, you could join along with it and everything, but the other part should have been like, it should have cut into, some other mission stereotype or something where it's like, Zoro says like, hey, I got this. Like if you're playing as Luffy and everything, I think you could play as Zoro as well, but I think, yeah. But I think if you go and play as Luffy and everything, the Zoro and or well the Zoro AI I should say, not NPC, because you can play as Zoro, but the Zoro AI and everything, or Zoro just in general, and like halfway through it, like you won't fully beat him, but it's like halfway through it and everything, just kind of leave the fight to Zoro and stuff. Like, it'll kind of be like a side mission or something. Like, hey, just leave the fight to Zoro and everything. Like, if you're gonna play as them, you basically just get to end, the fight right there, and the mission is already done. Like, you don't need to go further. Um, like they didn't have anything like that. It's like you had to be a part of it just to move forward. And I kind of was like, did we really have to? Like, I feel like we really didn't, but we did. Um, but it's just I love the details like that and everything with the maps, the story, but sometimes even the story can kind of go like, eh. Like sometimes the story could kind of go like, the details could even be done wrong. Like there could be some things that never even happened in the actual story. Example was in the Marineford War when Luffy went to go run up on the scaffold. Garp got in the way. He punched Garp out of the way like that was supposed to happen. But when he reached on top of the scaffold, we actually got to see Sengoku's player model this time. And he does change into the Buddha form, like the giant golden Buddha statue. But what happens is that Sengoku kind of punches Luffy off and everything. Like he goes to punch Luffy off of the scaffold, and like you're forced to fight him as like a final boss. During that level, and I was kind of like, okay, I mean, I understand why you did that because makes sense. Like a new big boss character that we have to go and fight and everything. But I feel like you could have saved that for something else. Like, how do I put this? Like, maybe the after war part or something. Like, after the fight with Alkainu and everything. Like, Alkainu takes out Ace, and that's it. You know, like after all that and everything, and you get to play as Jinbei or some other character and everything that they have you recommended to play. Um, it's kind of like whenever Blackbeard shows up or something, Blackbeard and Sengoku, like Sengoku in his Buddha form would start fighting, like they would start fighting and, duking it out there. And the whole thing of what you're supposed to do is that you're supposed to run away from that and everything. Like you're supposed to run and be like, nope, nope, not my fight, not my battle. Run, just completely run. All right, escape. We gotta run. But I mean, I don't know. It's like at the end of the day, it's like you still had to fight Blackbeard as like a final boss in order to escape, but still, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. I find it like really ridiculous that it had to be done that way and stuff. Like really, it's like do we really have to go through all this and everything? Because at that point though, yeah, like at that point, if we had to go and fight Blackbeard and everything, I really wish Sengoku would have been a playable character and stuff, like, just for that moment. And you get to be in this giant golden, Buddha statue form, and it literally will interpret the way how it's supposed to be, where it's, Sengoku versus Blackbeard, because technically they did have, like, a little fight themselves and everything. They technically did. However, though, it seemed like if it continued on further and stuff, Blackbeard probably would have won. Um, but Sengoku wasn't fighting alone, though. Like, all the other Marines showed up at the end and stuff, like, backing him up. Um, yeah. But I really wish we could have got something like that, but we didn't. But there's still hope and everything because, DLC characters, we got to figure out who they are and everything. Sergio, the guy who I mentioned in like a previous video before and everything, not the last one, but like previous videos before. I went and talked about that. I went to talk about him with the Jump Force stuff and everything. Like I said, it was really sad for his channel to go, because they terminated it because I don't want to say it was Bandai that kind of was like, we're just going to terminate your channel because somehow we just found out that you're kind of leaking our secrets and we don't need that to happen. Like, people can wait. But if that was the case, then, all the other data miners that already know the stuff and everything instantly would already be taken out like that and everything. But I don't think that's the case. I think someone basically was just kind of ratting him out, was trying to tell Bandai, expecting to get like some kind of praise or something like, hey, can I get a deal off of this game or something, or can I get like free early access to whatever DLC you're gonna give me for this game and stuff, like either for Pirate Warriors 4, for Jump Force, for whatever and stuff. Like, I need free early access before anybody else because I did this for you. They're just more gonna give it like a thank you. Like, no, we're just gonna give you a thank you. That's all. It's like, you serious? It's like I did all that and everything. It's like, now I don't like you. But yeah. But the DLC characters are coming, and I hope maps also get included into this as well, because that would actually make it a lot better and everything. Because the way how Pirate Warriors 4 is going, like the way how they could do it, like I said, people at first didn't want to go and agree with this idea and everything, because they're like, man, it's like, that's like redoing the whole story and stuff. Like, that's like pulling a Pirate Warriors 3, but making it like super long and everything. And I'm like, yeah, but that's like the interpretation that's what the series is. It's a really long ongoing series, and it's never had its end yet and everything. Like Wano could probably have like a secret episode somewhere where it goes by the canon of the story this time. Depending on how far we go. Whole Cake could probably have some changes and everything. Like, we can get some stuff fixed and stuff this time. Where, like costumes, the story could be fixed a bit and everything, where it's not so, you know, to where it's not so like, it feels like it's a game original for it, because that's not what it needs to be. It needs to be like exact. Um, because that's basically what it needs to be. Um, you know, so the DLC characters that we're getting, like, I don't know if we know all the possible 9 yet and everything, but Sergio's the one that, data mined this and everything and found the files. These first 5 I'm gonna list out and everything. 4 of these are returning characters, I'm gonna say now. And, one of them is one of them is an actual new character and everything. Don't know if they're gonna, incorporate this actual new character into the story. Because she was technically a part of Dressrosa, she was, and that'd be really cool if we, like, if she was just in there somewhere, like, her, um, if she was in the story somewhere, we probably could get another additional new character in there and everything, who is also part of Dressrosa. You'll figure it out whenever I say the characters, you'll figure it out. Um, so, the first one, Magellan, that's already telling me we're getting Impel Down coming back again. I mean, I don't know if people want Impel Down coming back at all, like the 4th time in a row. I want it to come back. Like Pirate Warriors 3 did, an absolutely good job by, kind of putting detail in the map, the map in general. Pirate Warriors 1 even did a good job as well, because I looked at, gameplay videos way back. I didn't have the game, it was just I looked at gameplay videos way back. And I saw how they did the Impel Down map and everything, and it was exactly how I, pictured it to be and everything. Like, Impel Down is such a huge, place and everything, and it's like, you have to go through all these puzzles and everything, or, just do all these loops and, like all these flips and, just all the stuff, and you have to, make it down to the next level and everything, or if you're breaking out, you gotta go up. And, I loved how they did that and everything. I love how they did that in the first one. In the fourth one, I kind of hope that they do something like that, where it's like, yeah, you gotta make all these jumps, and you gotta go make all these jumps. Like, you get to go into secret areas and everything, like, areas that have already been shown in the, like in the series before in the anime, because I think that's mainly what the focus of Pirate Warriors 4 is the focus, like the main focus is the anime, and the way how I was basically looking at that was the scene in with Luffy versus Katakuri, and it was when Luffy turned into Snake Man and everything. The exact scene exactly was from the anime, and I'm like, they want to pull the anime side of it. It's like I think I know what they can do with Impel Down. I know what they can do. You know, they can match it exactly like how Impel Down went. Like I can feel it that they can do that. It will not be a game original Impel Down. I do not want that. Not at all. You know, the next character is Caesar Clown. Caesar Clown is coming back for the second time, boys. You know, the second time. Um, Now, like, okay, talking about Magellan though, besides his map, Magellan was actually a pretty cool character to play as. I don't think I maxed him out completely. I don't think so. But Magellan was a pretty powerful character. He was not to be messed with for a reason. Um, and the only thing that I wish they like that they would do for him and everything, like they're probably gonna go and give him like a huge move set and stuff, and that'd be great. But the one thing I wish they would do though, as an awakening or something, is incorporate his ultimate technique, and that is the Venom Demon. And I hope that does become like an awakening somewhere and everything. Like the first awakening that Magellan could have could probably be like maybe just the poison form that he has, where he coats himself into poison. I mean, legit, I think the graphics would actually make it look like it's actual poison this time because you know, if not, that'd be like really upsetting. Um, you know, but hey, but with Venom Demon though, I definitely would want that to be an awakening technique as well and everything, to where it would be like so powerful and everything. It'd be so great. It'd be so powerful. And I hope it gets incorporated into, you know, like a story cutscene as well, where it's like legit the Venom Demon this time and not the Hydra. Cause if it's gonna be the Hydra, I'm gonna be like, no, it's like yes, he uses the Hydra technique, but that's not like his ultimate. No, it's like his ultimate technique, you know, that we've seen in the anime, and I want Bandai to look back on this and be like, look, Magellan used a technique called Venom Demon. It was really powerful compared to his normal poison attacks. It was really powerful. It you know, it corroded like yeah, it corroded everything. It basically could have taken down the entire prison with it. Okay, the whole thing could have sunk under the water. You know, it could have done that, but I don't think that I don't think that he was, you know, planning for that to happen. It was more like, you know, I'm trying to go and get, you know, all these prisoners back and everything and trying to set some order here. You know, but it was just Magellan just went all out with that technique. He was just like, I'm not having any of that. That's it. Venom Demon. It's like, uh-oh. You know, now Caesar. Caesar, you know, was a pretty powerful character too. Um, his moveset was kind of pretty wacky and everything because, I mean, with Paramecia users, that's what they were supposed to be. Like, they're pretty, you know, like they have pretty wacky powers, and, you know, their moveset, you can probably imagine, would be pretty wacky as well. Caesar, however, with his Logia, you know, fruit moves and everything, yeah, like his gas fruit, Caesar really, you know, like can do a lot of things with it. Sorry about that. But Caesar can really do a lot of moves with it, and you know, it's just he was a really powerful character. You know, I went and tested him and already got him completely done on the Pirate Warriors 3 game. Caesar was just completely, you know, broken as a character. You know, and with Pirate Warriors 4, I hope, you know, like I hope that they, you know, do something like that with him and everything, and probably make a few changes to him and everything. Like the one thing I didn't really like in the Pirate Warriors 3 though, like it did it in a cutscene really, but you know, it was more like with Caesar's actual, you know, player model as character. Caesar, like, yes, he ate like a gas fruit, he's a Logia user, but Caesar, you know, like Caesar has feet. You know, like Caesar has legs, he has feet, he can, you know, stand on the ground and stuff. Like he you know, like he's not like it's not like his you know, his lower half or something. Like yeah, his lower half is a gas form. No, like he can turn it into that, but it's not completely like that. He has, legs and feet. He does. And I wish they would I wish in Pirate Warriors 3 they would have whenever you don't move, I really wish they could have given something like that for him to where it's um Caesar could have Caesar probably could have had like his legs and everything, kind of showing his legs and everything, like his legs and feet just standing on the ground. And then, the minute you try to walk or run and everything, not as a dash but just a regular walk and run, you'll do the run, but once you do the really you do a speed run or something, you get really fast, the legs would disappear and turn to gas, you know. I want something like that and everything. I hope Pirate Warriors 4 can do that and stuff, because if they can't, if they just leave Caesar as he is and everything, like how he was made in Pirate Warriors 3, I'm gonna call that lazy and be like, you could have really fixed something with Caesar. You really could. But as of what they could do with him, they could probably give him a lot more moves and everything, because Caesar, with his arsenal, with his fruit, can do many other things and stuff. So I want to see some references of what he's done, in the series. I want to see that. I really want to. But I would also want to see new techniques and stuff. They can give him the same old ones, I guess, but not too many. I want it to be random and stuff. He could have half of it being the returning ones, or get all of his returning moves back and everything, whether it be special attacks or something else in a way. And then yeah, and then basically give him a bunch of new moves and everything. But I'm pretty sure with those new moves, gonna make it pretty broken for him and everything. Caesar will get his broken status back, in the fourth game. He will get it back, I am sure. And his awakening, I want his awakening to be Land of the Dead, I believe is what that technique is called. Or Shiro Kuni is what he calls it. That's the Japanese, that's the Japanese term of it, Shiro Kuni. And basically, it's whenever he turns huge. He has purple poisonous gas around him. He even got himself a crown with it too. But it gets all huge, and it could be really bad and everything. It leaves the opponents frozen and stuff. It's really bad. But yeah. But I really hope that that becomes an awakening for Caesar, and I would definitely be ho ho. It's I'm gonna have fun with this. Caesar's gonna be a really fun character, a really good one to play. Yeah. So now the third character. So I mentioned this before. I went and talked about the DLC in my videos before. I wanted this character to come back. I hope it's not really DLC. I hope it's just files, just files they never use, characters returning. I really hope that that's what it is and everything. The DLC characters will be completely new ones. Maybe some movie characters and everything, and just all that good stuff. I hope we get a lot more DLC. Not just one, just one pack of 9 characters. No, I would want more packs of characters, because Pirate Warriors 4, I'm pretty sure is gonna sell loads, loads and everything. It's gonna sell loads of copies, and it's gonna be amazing. Um, but this third character and everything, it's my boy Kuma, the tank. He came back, he coming back and everything. My boy Kuma's coming back. Whenever I saw that in the list that Kuma is coming back, I was like, yes. It's what. It's my boy Kuma is coming back, man. This is you know, I think this is the third time probably, because I don't think he was playable in in the first one. I think he was playable in the second one. He definitely was playable in the third one. I loved how he was in the third one. He was a complete tank. Completely just took care of everything. Um, I cannot wait for this character to be announced and everything. Not as DLC, but maybe Bandai will make an announcement or something. Maybe some scans and be okay, This isn't gonna be DLC, you guys. These were just files of characters we didn't really use for the base roster because we said there were gonna be no returning characters. But it seems like some of y'all want these ones to come back and everything. And looking back at our previous projects, we could understand that yeah, they should come back for a reason and everything. Magellan should come back because he was only just like playable in one game, I believe. I don't know if he was playable in the second one. I'll have to check. But he was definitely playable in the third one, and everyone loved playing as Magellan. Magellan was just completely broken as a character himself. Caesar was only playable just in the one, and like Punk Hazard was really, Punk Hazard was really there. It was like really a story interpreted arc, for him, in the last game. Because in the second one, it was more of just like a filler story. Like, everything was kind of like out of shape and stuff. Like Caesar, Caesar's base and everything, his laboratory on Punk Hazard, it was there in the second one, but Caesar himself was not there. So, yeah, it kind of already throws a wrench in there. It already throws like a wrench in the loop. It's already bad, you know. But so yeah, I'm pretty sure they're thinking like, okay, it's like Caesar can come back too because he was only playable in one game, so we're gonna give him back. We're gonna give Caesar back, and probably gonna put the Punk Hazard story in there and interpret it better this time. Like I feel like that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do that and everything because yeah, because basically they showed like, whenever they were, telling the story of what happened like from Fishman Island and Punk Hazard, they did show a lot of the Punk Hazard cutscenes or something that was from the last game, but I know Bandai is definitely gonna, try and put Punk Hazard back in Pirate Warriors 4. They're gonna put that in there. They're gonna put it back and be like, you know what? We're gonna put Punk Hazard back in just for y'all. It's like, here you go. Be like, thank you. You know? Like, I really hope they do that and everything. That'd be very nice. That'd be very generous of them. Um, now Kuma, again, Kuma would be one of those characters and everything to, like, to happily return. And, like, that'd be really great and everything for Kuma to return because everybody loved playing as Kuma. You can, like, if anyone had a problem with playing as Kuma in the game, I honestly don't know how y'all even played with the character because I went and played as him and I already knew the moves of what to use, like, for Kuma and everything. It's like almost every move he had was just already like, just clearing everything, you know? Like, taking territories and stuff. Yeah, taking territories, defeating bosses, and just easily winning the game in a matter of minutes or even seconds. Like that was what Kuma was. Kuma could do that, and so that's why I'm just like, I'm really, I'm really liking Kuma and everything. I'm really liking that. So, definitely, I think Kuma will come back, and they're probably gonna do a lot more with him and stuff. It's gonna be really great. Now another character that's also gonna be coming back is Garp. This is the fourth character coming back. Um, Garp was already a playable character, I believe, probably in the second one. In the third one, he was. I don't know about the first one. I don't think he was playable in the first one. The second and the third, he definitely was. But I mean, I'm not saying people hated playing as Garp. I don't think they didn't like playing as Garp at all. Because to me, Garp had more like he had a lot of grabbing moves and everything. Like that's what Garp had and stuff, instead of just like, doing a lot of punches, like that's what he's supposed to do. Garp didn't seem like he was to go and grab like a lot of the enemies and just, do it that way, like a lot of grabbing moves. But who knows, maybe they might make it to where it's a half and half, where it's like, Garp will do like half grabbing moves that came from Pirate Warriors 3, and then, the new moves will be like, him actually doing punches. Like it's gonna be pretty crazy. Which I would appreciate so much if they did that. I would have been like, there we go. It's like now Garp is becoming broken. I'm gonna love playing as Garp. It's gonna be fun. Like Garp was already pretty fun, but like I said though, Garp was it's just Garp had yeah, Garp pretty much had like a lot of grabbing moves, and I'm like, kind of need to fix that. Kind of need to fix that a bit. Um, yeah. But now for the fifth character, the one that I said that may have another character adding with it probably. Like I don't know, but there's a possibility it might be adding in. It's Baby Five. It is Baby Five. Baby Five from the Doflamingo crew. Um I mean I like okay. Whenever I go and look at all the members, like ranking them in strength and everything, Doflamingo is definitely the top. Alright? Like Doflamingo is number one. Alright? Doflamingo is number one. He's the strongest, and dude pretty much is already broken in the game already. Like his, Pirate Warriors 3 counterpart was pretty fast. Alright? His Pirate Warriors 3 counterpart was pretty fast and everything. Like once you, do the awakening, the full power mode, yeah, Doflamingo was not to be messed with. Dofi was like very quick. He was very fast. That lacked in his defense and everything, but his attack power and his speed was just all over the place. Like that's what was, that's basically what Doflamingo was. Um, and it was just awesome. But I don't know. I don't know if I can say the same for the part where it's 4 counterpart, because I haven't really played as him. But whenever I do, and if it's the same, but it's like a lot better to where Dofi can actually like, he has better defense this time. I'm gonna say that Dofi actually, like, they made him better. Like, they made him better and everything. Like, Dofi is pretty powerful and stuff. Like, he's pretty broken. He's on the broken list. Um, like, I would give him a test and everything, because I've been trying to test out other characters. But, you know, but yeah, Dofi number one, Treble, yeah, like Treble, and it was Treble, Diamante, and Pika. I believe it was Pika as well. Like three of them, were pretty strong already. And then you had Sugar, Lao G, Dellinger, um, yeah, Lao G, Dellinger, Mog Vice as well. Um, it's like trying to remember all the officers at once and everything. Like Giola was also there too and everything. Um, you know, uh, shoot, I'm trying to remember that one dude's name and everything. It was uh, Gladius or Gladys, I believe his actual name is and everything. I don't know how they're gonna say it in the English. I don't know. If they say Gladys, I'll be like, okay, it's Gladys. But if it's pronounced Gladius, I'll be like, Gladius, it is. um, but yeah, but those guys right there, they're already pretty strong, but they're not really too strong, but their powers are pretty powerful though. But then you kind of got the low tiers and everything, which is basically Buffalo and Baby Five. I don't know if they even had any people that are really like under them or something, like not under Baby Five and Buffalo. But like siding with him and everything, because Bellamy was about to be part of that, but we all know what happened to Bellamy. Poor Bellamy. I really wish Bellamy was actually announced to be a playable character, like DLC or something. Or not DLC, but like also, maybe some type of files or something where it's like, oh yeah, Bellamy could have actually been a playable character, but it's like, he was in the files, like we already have him, but it's like, it's just we don't know if we should just throw him in and stuff and see what happens. Honestly, I think they should just throw him in as, a playable character, because Bellamy has so much potential. I could see it. Bellamy has so much potential to be a playable character. Um, you know, but yeah, but Baby Five though, like, I was actually surprised to hear Baby Five's name being one of those data mine characters. I mean, it made me happy to hear that Baby Five was a DLC character, because not only does it already put in something really great and everything, that we're getting another Dofi crew member and stuff, because Dofi with his crew, in the Pirate Warriors 4 game, at least going by that, Dofi only has himself, Diamante, and Pika. You know? That's all he really has and everything. I'm not counting Bellamy really, because, Bellamy is, Bellamy is more like, he's gonna join, but Bellamy doesn't join because they look at him more like he's a failure. They look at Bellamy more like he's a failure, so that's really sad. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't consider Bellamy to be a part of that and stuff because, Bellamy doesn't even join them all at all and everything. In fact, I think Bellamy, after the whole incident with that, Bellamy actually joins Luffy's group, sort of. But he's gonna go and pull like an MVP moment. I hope Bellamy does and everything. Like Bellamy pulls something so awesome, and I'm pretty much gonna be proud of Bellamy. I'm gonna be like, my boy. It's like, can we get this guy to be playable in the game? Can we get some Bellamy love, please? Can we get some? You know? But I really think that's great that we're getting another Dofi, crew member and everything that is Baby Five. I am really proud that getting some representation of that and everything. I hope we get more in the future. Possibly that might even announce Diamante, this NPC that like Diamante and Pika, these NPCs that can't be playable. Bandai probably might just go at this point and be like, you know what? We feel like there's an actual way to make them playable after all. We did a little bit of work, and added a few things to the characters and stuff of what moves they could do. Um, and yeah, here you go. Like here you go and everything. Here's what they could do. Enjoy. Like Pika and Diamante. Except I would look at it more like they're not going to be DLC, but it's going to be more like, you know what? The NPCs have been just sitting in the shadows. They've just been sitting on the sidelines for so long. No longer. We're not gonna have that anymore. No, we're actually gonna make it to where they're playable this time. Like we're gonna make it right. Because some of them have potential, like they can fight. And some others that were more like they were just there for a while and everything. Mr. Three, for example. Um, yeah, Mr. Three probably might not, but who knows, really? I mean, I think he can he can make it. It's just real question is though, it's like, what are they gonna do for him? Like that's the real question. What are they gonna do for Mr. Three? Um, yeah, like what are they gonna do for him? But I think it's great. There were other DLC characters that Sergio also, data mine as well and everything. He talks about it more on his Patreon. So if you want to go check that out and everything, his Patreon is on his Twitter page and everything. It's Sergio M3. Go check it out and everything. If you want to go check out his Patreon and stuff. If you want to go know if you want to go know more of the details, because like seriously, dude data mines and everything. Dude data mines like all the stuff and everything. So you want to know and everything. Sergio will tell you. Like big credit to that dude. Um, you know, but but yeah though. The other characters actually surprised me and everything because I believe there were four more characters I believe he data mined. Um, I don't know if I can get them all together though and everything because there were only two, but he said there were four, or possibly even more than that and everything. Like we're getting even more characters, so I'm like, are the returning ones like the ones that just gonna throw in there and be like, free bonus, here you go. You don't have to pay money for these guys because we thought like it's kind of like that moment where it's like we kind of thought like we kind of thought like, hey, we could, we thought we could make these guys DLC, but you guys would kind of complain and be like, returning characters as DLC. Are you kidding me? Like people would like start complaining about that, and I think Bandai knew that ahead of time and be like, okay, 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 no, 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 we're just gonna hand them. We're just gonna hand them over. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hand them over. They'll probably be like a free bonus or something. Like you gotta, we'll throw them in the game and stuff. Like we'll make an update of the game, get all these returning characters in there and everything. The ones that we want to go and add back in there because you guys want that. We'll go and add them back in, and you got to do these requirements and everything because they're gonna be all new characters and stuff. But you gotta do these and everything, and whenever you do, all these characters will be yours. You'll get to enjoy, your returning characters and stuff, the ones you guys love, and pretty much at that point, just enjoy, you know? Um, but as for the but as for the DLC characters and everything, besides the returning ones, Sergio data mined Smoothie and Cracker from the Big Mom crew. Like I said, in his Patreon, he goes and explains more about it, which I didn't sign up to his Patreon myself because I'm like I'm trying to go and keep my money saved and everything because this whole virus stuff going around and stuff like stuff could be wrong and everything with the bank that I go to and stuff like all the stuff could be wrong. So I'm more of keeping on the fence about it and everything and not really want to spend a lot or something like don't really want to spend much at all until I know it's safe. But um but apparently, though, with Smoothie and Cracker, like he said, Smoothie and Cracker, I don't know if he said Oven as well. I don't know if Oven was also thrown in that mix and everything. If Oven was thrown in that mix, would have already been like, should have figured, should have figured, we're getting more Big Mom crew members. Not all the children, okay, not all the kids. Um, because I'm not saying that if we got most of the kids at Big Mom, like, that'd be like, ho ho. It's like, what are we gonna do with this? Like, how are we gonna deal with this? It's like fighting every single member of them and everything, and these guys like they barely got any screen time, in the anime at all. Like, how are we gonna know? It's like you kind of know. You see, you kind of know, but we just don't know. Um, but Smoothie and Cracker, though, I think, like I said, I think that's great. Because that fills in the spots of the three sweet commanders and everything. Because Katakuri was the only one. The only members of the Big Mom crew that we got. I mean, it's hard to count this other one. She has a player model, but it's just but her player model actually isn't like we get to fight her in the game. Like it's not physically there, but as of some terms, it is physically there. It's strange. Um, let's see. So Katakuri is one, but Katakuri is a playable character. Sparrow's there, but he's not a playable character at all. Like Sparrow's not. Um, and then of course we have Charlotte Brule. We also had Charlotte Pudding as well and everything. Like somehow Pudding got a player model, which I don't understand how. I thought Pudding was gonna be some type of boss that we had to fight or something like just randomly. But just like Brule, Pudding is more of like just there's dialogue and stuff. Like she has her player model there in the dialogue, but it's like but basically though it's like we don't actually get to go and interact with the character like they're physically there on the battlefield and we actually get to go and interact with them or something like we don't get that we don't it's just they're there, they speak and everything, and then that's pretty much it. Brule, like I said, it's more of a half and half where it's like she's kind of there, but she's kind of not. The reason why I say that is because Brule, since with her mirror abilities and everything, the mirror fruit abilities that she has, she can basically make herself look like a clone of Luffy, Nami, Sanji, or anybody at that point. She can make herself look like a clone of any of them, and that's all we really get and everything. They basically call that a Brule boss in a way. I'm looking at it more like that's not a Brule boss. A Brule boss is like physically Brule, and they did fight Brule like in her physical form. They did fight her. They did. Like Nami definitely did fight her and everything. Like she definitely did. Luffy didn't and everything. It was more like Luffy was fighting himself. But Nami definitely did fight Brule in her physical form, so I think Bandai could probably just change that a little bit and be like, you know what, you're right. It's like we look back into it and everything. We look back at Whole Cake Island. They did technically fight Brule. It's like yeah, they did. It's like okay, okay, okay. It's like we're gonna fix it. Just scratching the little details and stuff like you're not gonna play the game for a while. We have to update it and stuff. So please wait. And they just make this little change and stuff because I'm pretty sure people are probably telling them like you need to make these little changes like putting in and out of the game. It's like okay, okay, okay. It's like yeah, we kind of have to do that. It's like game is still relevant. I'm pretty sure that's what they're gonna be doing. They're gonna be like, you know, it's like for One Piece fans, we got a lot of their attention and everything, and they're loving the game, but having it, exactly right and everything, we got to do them justice like that. We got to make it right, fellas. Come on. It's like, let's get to work, let's kind of do the little details. Let's go and, kind of put stuff away and everything and put this new information in and everything, like exactly how the anime did it, because that's what we're doing. So we got to do that. No screwing up this time. Like, don't do that. Because like I said, if we technically did actually see Brule, like her play model on the battlefield and stuff, and we did get to fight her like a little bit or something, I would say leave that to Nami because Luffy technically didn't fight her. Nami definitely did, but Luffy didn't. So yeah, but Cracker though. So Cracker, yeah, like with Cracker and everything being one of the DLC characters coming in, I would definitely love to see the Luffy versus Cracker fight, in the game. Like I would want that to be incorporated into the game and stuff because to be fair, Luffy's group technically didn't fight Brule. Like all of them at once didn't really fight Brule. Luffy was off somewhere else and everything. Luffy kind of got, you know, like I wouldn't say kidnapped, but it's like he basically got put into a different area of the woods area and everything. Like he basically he basically got put in a different area. That's what happened. He got put in a different area. So that's what happened to Luffy. All right, Luffy just got dragged away. Chopper and Carrot basically got put into the mirror world. That's what happened to them. Um, and Nami was basically just left by herself. Like for the time being, she was, but she did defeat Brule. Brule escaped into the mirror world and everything, and it was like Brule was just like, yeah, it's like bye. I'm gonna go deal with your friends now. Bye. And then she leaves. Like she gets like one hit on Brule, and Brule's like, you're a tough one. Okay, new plan. I'm dealing with your friends. Bye. And then just escapes to the mirror. It's like, come on. But, like that's how it went and everything. They didn't fight Brule for long and stuff. They really didn't. Yeah, but the Luffy versus Cracker fight, I definitely would want to see that and everything where, Charlotte Cracker comes in. He's in the biscuit form first. Like he's, wearing the biscuit armor and everything. And like at first he's got the two arms, but then he creates more during the whole basically doing the same thing that I love that they did with during the fights of Luffy versus Doflamingo, and it was Luffy versus Katakuri. I love that they did that where it was like where it was automatically turning you into Gear Fourth. Yeah, where it was automatically turning you into Gear Fourth or Gear Fourth Snake Man during the fights. I love that because I was like, dude, whoa. It's like, I remember whenever I was fighting Katakuri for the first time, like I was fighting Katakuri for the first time in the game and stuff in the story of the game. And the stairs area and everything, they have it where you can go and climb the stairs and stuff in the mirror world. You can't go very high, obviously, you can't, but the stairs are there for you to like kind of just jump on and climb on. And I'm like, that's pretty neat. It's like you can actually climb on the stairs. That's pretty cool. Um, but it was like in the instance that happened, everything, it instantly turned me into Gear Fourth. I'm like, what? But then I remembered that, this was the fight that was going on, and I was like, oh, it's like, that's why and stuff, like, Gear Fourth is happening and stuff, like Gear Fourth versus Katakuri. Luffy's getting the win this time, Well, that's until Gear Fourth kind of, like, times out and stuff, and Luffy has to run. But, but the same thing sort of happened with Snake Man, but at least I was prepared for that this time, though. I was like, it's like cutscene happens. We're getting to Snake Man. It's like, oh yeah, Snake Man's happening. Um, you know, but, yeah. But I want something like that where, with the Luffy versus Cracker fight, where it's like, we're kind of fighting Cracker at first and everything, and then I think it'll cut over to a cutscene where Luffy does turn into Gear Fourth, and then that's whenever we kind of go and fight. Yeah, we go over at Cracker and we fight him. Um, and then like we beat him and everything. Like we beat the Biscuit Soldier form and stuff. Like yeah, we go and defeat that. But then like Cracker's true self comes out of there and everything. Like I want to see a cutscene like that during their fight, and it just cuts back over to the like said fight, and we have to fight Cracker again. And then like I guess they can go and make it as detailed as they can, where Cracker creates more of the Biscuit Soldiers by clapping his hands and everything. Which I know that'd be a big problem, but that's what we have to do. We have to fight that. We have to fight the soldiers and everything. Um, you know, but um, but definitely though, I know they can do the Luffy versus Cracker fight like correctly. I know they can do it because boy, I would like if they did it exactly how the anime did it. I'm gonna be like, yes. It's like I love this so much. This is beautiful. Like I'd be so happy. Um, Now Smoothie. I mean, Smoothie. We didn't really get much from Smoothie in the series at all. We really didn't. Um I don't know. We'll try and see what we can do with Smoothie and stuff. Like they'll try and see what they can do. Um Me, I'm more saying like Smoothie would be cool as a playable character because she's a sweet commander. That's already a reason. You're getting more uh female reps or something because I think I counted again. Now I don't think there were too many females and stuff in Pirate Warriors 4 and everything. I think it was like kind of a small number and everything. Like adding Big Mom in there was adding another, but it's still kind of small. Like the number of that is still small. So, well, Big Mom and Carrot and Rachel. So that's like three others, but still kind of small. You kind of need to up it up a little bit. Which that's why Baby Five's also coming in. So that's gonna be another one coming in. Yay! Um, yeah. But Smoothie, they'll see what they can do and everything. I mean, of course, she'll be incorporated into a cutscene, no doubt. Um, but I would love to see what more details they will do and everything. I would love to see what more details they'll do. I think one thing I would love for them to do is yeah, one thing I would love for them to do is to create a like a carrot Sulong and everything. Like it's carrot Sulong, but it's like yeah, it's carrot Sulong, but basically it's like a whole level that it's like you're playing as her and Daifuku and everything. Daifuku's fleet and because the Straw Hats had to go and use their ship and everything to get away from Big Mom and stuff, but the ships, like all these other Tart ships and everything that are led by Daifuku, are chasing them, and Carrot kind of like Carrot releases the Sulong form that she has and kind of takes them all out and everything. Well, not all of them, but she takes out like a big majority of them. She just goes crazy. I want a level like that with Carrot. I would love for that very much. I'd be like, yes. It's like, yes, 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 yes. It's like we get to play as Sulong Carrot. Like this is great. Um, because they did say with Carrot that she can transform into the Sulong whenever like you're playing maps like at night, which is very rare because the only night map that I ever saw was yeah, the only night map that I ever saw was it was like it was Water 7. It was Water 7, like because Water 7 has a night and a day and everything, which I love that. I love how they interpreted the night and day. But Carrot, I don't know if that would work for Carrot, like if she would instantly turn into Sulong and be stuck with it. I don't know. I'll have to test that later because Bandai did state like that about Carrot. They said like okay, it's like Carrot can transform into Sulong when it's night. Because like nights out, full moon, like all that's happening and everything. So take it as you will. It's like Carrot might transform and stuff. Like, you never know. It's like, you better not be lying to us, because if you are, it's like, bro, you completely ruined Carrot. It's like, Carrot could have been so much more, but you, like, if that's not what it's happening, like, if it's not happening that way, you ruined Carrot as the character. Like, completely ruined it. Um, Jeez, this has been a really long video and everything. I said it wasn't gonna be long. But I guess like that's really it right there and everything. If I had to go and rate the game and everything, it's actually an 8. It is an 8 out of 10 actually. Still needs the costumes to be corrected. Still needs a little bit of fixing details in the said story. Possibly things could be added in, like Punk Hazard and all that kind of stuff. Um, but other than that, though, and everything, I think they still have time to fix it, which will make it where I love the game even more. Making it a 10 out of 10 game for me and everything on my kind of review side of it. Um, but like I said, though, we'll have to go and wait for updates on that and everything. But anywho, though, I hope like, basically, this will be the end of the video right here and everything. I was about to say, I hope y'all have a wonderful day, like, as an early on thing, but yeah, this will be the end of the video right here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, leave a like on the video, and basically comment down below, like, what do you think of Pirate Warriors 4, if you played it and everything. Like, do you think it's a good game for yourself? Do you think it's a bad game for yourself? If you don't have it, and if you want my opinion, like, if you should get the game, I mean, if Muso games are your thing and everything, like, go right ahead and stuff. I mean, if One Piece games are also your forte, well, there you go. But if you just want to give it a try and everything, go right ahead. I played it; it's pretty great and everything. It's just everything about it is so great and everything. So just enjoy. I hope all of you have a wonderful day, night, morning. I'm really great with time zones and everything, but yeah. But I guess I'll see you all in the next video and everything, guys. I wish you all had a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.